Canucks win 5-1. Jordy Ben opens the scoring. Hoglander is pressuring a flame on the neutral zone boards. He follows the puck pass to center, checks that puck, turns it over. The Canucks get a rush. Horvat with a really nice pass over to Ben. Big goal. The Hoglander line had so much chemistry tonight. At one point, they had this offensive zone shift, and it was Pearson, Horvat, and Hoglander, and they were following the puck, and they were doing a flying V. It was this triangle thing they had. The puck was just bouncing around. They were following it. Quick little passes. They got so many shots. They just looked amazing. The Canucks were playing so confident in the first half of this first period until Jake Virtanen's line gets trapped in the Canucks zone. It's the first time Calgary gets all this pressure, and he takes a stupid slashing penalty away from the puck. A lot of times you see this when the opposing team is deep in the Canucks zone for an extended period of time. Someone's going to take a hook or a trip. They're going to be tired, and they're going to want to prevent a goal. But they showed what happened with Jake. He wasn't preventing a goal. He was having a physical battle with somebody on the boards, and as they went away, he got this little kind of snarky, retaliatory slash, completely unnecessary, totally away from the puck. He's playing like total dog shit. I've been seeing a bunch of clips on Twitter of remember Jake back in the Young Stars when he played with a lot of attitude, a lot of edge. He's so bloody lost, and I don't think he's going to find it in the Canucks. Not with the same situation they have. I don't want to say that. I don't want to make it sound like it's Green's fault, but whatever's happening right now, because I think Green's done a pretty good job with the team, but whatever's happening now, Virtanen is just not going to find it. Sutter's line also got trapped in the D zone for a long time. They got the puck out, but it went back in. Eriksson finally got the puck out. It was him against three Flames. The puck was right on the neutral zone, and he just sort of fell sideways onto it. He does the little things to get the puck out, and he gets it. He does the little things by any means necessary. I love Eriksson. I mean, obviously, I don't want to give him $6 million, but he's better than Godet, Wissel, and Virtanen. That's for sure. Bo Horvat's goal. Hoglander supporting the Canuck D with a great bang-bang D-pass. They were sort of stuck in their own zone. He gave them an option, and he did this really quick, nice pass back behind Holtby's net. This sprung Horvat. He split the D. Markstrom had charged out again because earlier in the game, he brutally charged Pearson. Tripped him, like really could have injured Pearson. But Bo deked around him this time, and the Canucks were up 2-0 halfway through the second. Mangiapane opens the scoring for Calgary. He had an incredible solo effort, flew around Hughes, got inside and out, had the patience to outweight Holtby, who did the splits, and he just barely tucked it in. There's not a lot of room. It was a really, really nice goal. Just when you thought, uh-oh, the Canucks have given up the advantage here. Calgary's on the way back, but boom, Miller, 1 minute later, right when the Canucks need a statement goal, a leadership move. There was a good Pettersson forecheck, nice passing, Miller in the slot, and he did not miss. It was a really, really nice shot. The Canucks kept pressuring down the second period. They had so many chances, and Schmid eventually scores. So now the Canucks are up 3-1 going into the third period, and it felt like the game was over at this point. In the third period, Brock on a 4-on-1. He doesn't pass, and he scores. I'm glad he scored. It was just one of those days where, look, this is where you guys should get your goals. You should get your confidence. And they ended up winning. Did I say they won 5-1? They won 4-1. Felt like 5-1. It felt like a... Oh, no, it was 5-1. Absolutely, yeah, I was right. Felt like that because it was that. I was watching the Godet line play with Sutter and Roussel, and I thought, you know, Godet, he was a Hobey Baker winner. And a lot of Hobey Baker winners go on to become good scorers in the NHL. Some go on to become nothing and just wash out. And I think Godet is looking like a professional hockey player. He's looking like an AHL player. He just seems to kind of lack that step. He's always chasing the puck. He's a giveaway machine. He played better today than he has in a while. And all I'm looking forward to is, can this line do two things? Number one, can you guys not take any stupid penalties and not give up a lot of goals? Can you play just even? If you guys can be even, I don't care if you score anything. just be even. And could Gaudette learn from Sutter and Roussel in a way? Probably not Roussel. Although Roussel's positionally sound. He just is not very skilled or fast or big or tough or anything to do much with it. But if he could learn from Sutter, I'd be happy. I was reading Twitter today, and it was Bruff was talking about what was your favorite Canuck prospect to die on the vine, and the list of them is crazy. And I read a tweet where there was actually a trade on the table. Somebody had offered to get Sutter back in like 2017, right before they got Beagle. And look, Sutter seems like a great guy, and he's fine as a fourth line center. But when you already have Beagle, we've gone over this a million times. Beagle's just so much better. If you could have got anything for Sutter, that would have been amazing. Jake had another early, what would you call it? Early exit off the shift. It was in the Canucks. It was in the offensive zone. Wasn't as early as the one I pointed out maybe 5 games ago, but it was so strange. He's always the first guy to just lift his hand and get off the ice. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's just a normal hockey play, if you've played a lot of hockey and you're familiar with that kind of stuff, but it seems to me like I never see anybody else do that. But actually, when he got off the ice, a better Canuck got on, and they ended up getting a chance out of it. So let's go through the Canuck players, have a quick little review. Everybody was pretty good. Brock Besser, he had a goal and 2 assists. He looked fast. He was making plays. He didn't have as many giveaways as I've seen him do before. He looked great. JT Miller and Pettersson, the Lotto line, they started looking more dominant than they have in a while, and they looked really confident, and they were making things happen. They were not as good as the Hoglander line, though. The Hoglander-Horvat line looked better than ever. They looked fast, a little faster than usual, dangerous. Their chemistry is so good. Please keep them together. Please. Sutter, he was, I find that the Sutter and the Roussel and the Gaudette line is, like I said before, they really are not offering anything at all. So if they can just go out there and be even, that's all you can really ask for. And what was plus minus for Sutter? He was a 0. So fine, that's great. Eriksson's great, man. I love Eriksson as a fourth liner. Not for the money, but as a fourth liner, he makes smart plays. He wins board battles. He gets the puck out. He can be dangerous if you get him in the right spot. Like there's the potential for him to be dangerous, so people have to be semi-aware of him. Obviously, you don't want him playing with Horvat or in the top 6. That was a nightmare that he ever was in the top 6 in the last couple of years. But, man, as a fourth liner, he's doing a lot more positive things for you than Roussel and Gaudette and Virtanen, because he doesn't take stupid penalties, and he's defensively sound, and I like him. Roussel, not awful, but just very, very neutral, and that's really all you can hope for. But this was sort of a Calgary team that looked tired, that looked like their confidence was broken, and they were struggling. Tanner Pearson looked great, man. He had some jump. I like Pearson. I like Pearson a lot. If they could keep him on a team-friendly deal in a year or so, and he's still effective, I really hope they can. Beagle, he looked good. He had some jump. He's got some good offense. He's not some great offense, but for like a fourth-line defensive center, he has more offense than I would expect. He's a little tougher than you expect. He's a little faster than you'd expect. He can make decent passes. He wins face-offs. I like Beagle. And like I said, Gaudette wasn't pleased with, haven't been this whole year. Jordy Ben got a goal, and I think he looked a little more confident playing with Hughes tonight. Hughes had some nice plays. Like, he tracked down Gaudreau at one point. Gaudreau was just flying around, and he ended up stripping the puck off Calgary's forwards. I mean, Calgary's kind of a good matchup for him because they're smaller forwards and they're quick, and Hughes can fly, and they're not going to out-muscle him for the most part. Levy, I thought, was one of the Canucks' best defensemen tonight. He was confident. He was hitting. He had a ton of great plays, defensive plays. Tyler Myers, more assertive. I think he's on a roll lately offensively, and that's definitely his strength, when he can jump up and make things happen and keep the puck in. He just has to make sure that him jumping up isn't going to cause an odd man rush the other way, because he's going to be tough to get back. Although there was one instance where he did get back, and he got back nice and fast. Schmid, he had a nice game. I'm glad he got a goal. I felt like he needed that. He's had a lot of bad luck, and it was nice for him to get some good luck. Get his confidence up, because the guy can skate, he can pass, he can shoot. And he has a thankless job. So the minutes were spread out really, really nicely. 22 minutes for Schmid, 22 for Myers, 18 for Levy and Hughes, Edler 21, Ben 16. So pretty nice. And Holtby, he was fantastic. He had probably 7 or 10 really nice saves. He was really confident, no big rebounds. In the last probably period, once the Canucks got up 5-1, they really started laying back, and Calgary was all over them. I mean, they were getting some really dangerous chances. I thought, guys, don't. I know you're not trying to take any risks and you're trying to play passively, but what you're doing is you're causing a lot of potential issues here. You need to be. Don't leave Holtby out to dry. He's played his ass off for you and kept you in this when it was more even earlier in the game. So keep them to 1, all right? Let him bump up his stats a bit. Let him feel confident coming out of this game, not letting in any more goals. All right? That was a hell of a game. The Canucks looked confident. The Flames looked like they got a bit shattered by the Canucks' confidence, and it was basically over. I mean, these 4-game series are really fun to watch. I like them because you get to know the other players in the team. There's that animosity built up, and you just see people break. I mean, that's what's great about the playoffs, right? You just saw that Calgary eventually couldn't handle it anymore, and they didn't look good, and the Canucks looked better, even with only 2.5 effective lines. So nice to see Holtby have a great game. Nice to see Schmidt score. The Lotto line looked pretty effective. Hoglander just gets better and better. He's the Canucks' best forward by far. It's not just a novelty anymore. He's the Canucks' best forward. Both ways. The guy could win a Selke one day. God, that's high praise. I loved it. What'd you think? Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.